Good evening, warm welcome, happy New Year 2023. So we will see one of the important interview question, and this seems to be a very fundamental question, but most of the time wrongly answered by many of the candidates. So let us go to the question straight away. Let me attach the screen. So this is being live telecast both in LinkedIn as well as YouTube. If you want to see, check the previous question, you are always welcome to visit my YouTube channel and you can see the previous questions. Today topic is what is safety stock? This is one of the critical questions and most of the time wrongly answered, even with the senior professional telling me that whatever stock we are keeping is a safety stock. Okay, that is a very wrong thing. Safety stock is not the regular working stock. On the other hand, we call something as a cycle stock. Okay, you need some item to use it in the operation, basic minimum, and some item maybe in transit, something in WIP, something in storage. But apart from that, you need something extra. Okay, you can call that as a safety stock, but this has a specific meaning. Okay, you cannot keep, for example, 10% for this component or 100 pieces for this particular supplier. No, this there is a standard specified requirement when you talk about safety stock, and it has to be scientifically calculated. Let us understand basically why this safety stock is required. It is required to cover, number one is demand fluctuation. The demand is not consistent. Always there is a change. Maybe the quantity is changing, model is changing, or someone is canceling the order, or there is some new requirement from a new order. So we need to keep some additional stock to cover this demand fluctuation, number one. Number two is replenishment time fluctuation. How long you take it to send it to your customer? If you have told your customer 10 days is the lead time, then are you able to consistently maintain 10 days, or even it could be 2 days or 2 hours? Are you in a position to maintain that time period? If you are delivering sometime 5 days and sometime 10 days, then there is a huge variation. So we need to keep safety stock from for this time. So this can be called as a replenishment time or lead time. Also this, if you are considering safety stock for your raw material, you can consider the lead time taken by the vendor for the same part and how consistent are they. If they have the fluctuation, then you need to keep safety stock for such a item also. And the third important aspect is how much customer service level you are intending to provide to your customer. Okay, assume if you are trying to provide 50% service level, then there is no safety stock required. On the other hand, it is practically impossible to provide 100% service level, which means you need to keep infinite service level safety stock. So that is the reason why the marketing guys has to fix the service level for each of the customer, each of the product SKU. Unless you do not have a clearly defined service level policy, you cannot fix the safety stock. Many times many organizations are operating without having the customer service level policy, which will have a very bad impact on inventory management. So it is always advisable that you fix the service level for a customer based on the pricing or the profit share which the customer is providing. Accordingly, the safety stock can be planned. So you have to assume safety stock is one small portion of the entire inventory, and it may be larger than your basic inventory if the fluctuation or the service level expected by your customer is very high. Okay, but this is not your entire inventory. The more the fluctuation, more the safety stock, higher the service level, higher the inventory level required. So scientifically or professionally, if you want to calculate a safety stock at the SKU level, it can be a raw material or your finished product, then you need some data from previous period, maybe 6 months or 1 year or 3 years period. Then you can calculate the mean and the standard deviation of this fluctuations. And Excel has all this possibility. You can do the mean and standard deviation. And there is something called safety factor table, which is a statistical table which provides the factor safety number depending upon what service level is required. For you, a simple formula which is called convolute formula, which is used in calculating the safety stock. Z here refers to the customer service level. So there is a factor safety table which we are going to see in the next click. So apart from that, you need to have the replenishment time or lead time and the demand data for the previous period at each of the SKU level. When you have these data, then only you will be able to calculate the safety stock. Otherwise, you may not be able to calculate the safety stock. And you can see the service factor table. When we refer Z, we have to use the service factor depending upon the service level which is fixed by your organization to your customer. Okay, the same is applicable when you're talking about the your vendor supplying to your organization. Now you can see from this table, if your agreed service level is 50%, then you don't need to keep any safety stock. On the other hand, if you are trying to provide 90% service level, then service factor is 1.28, which you have to substitute in this formula. 1.28 into square root, that comes into picture. On the other hand, if you are trying to provide a service level of 95%, you can see the service factor of 1.64, which has to be used as Z in this formula. Of course, you can see the service factor climbs rapidly as you go above 95%. For example, at 98%, it becomes double. At 99.9%, it becomes triple. 99.99, it almost becomes four times. So it is always advisable to fix a service level for a particular customer for a particular product. Then only safety stock can be satisfactorily calculated. If you are fixing safety stock on any other basis other than what we are seeing here, could be arbitrary. Okay, it has no scientific backing, and you are not using the data. You may experience a poor service level or shortages or excess of inventory if you are not able to follow. If you have any questions on this short briefing, you are always welcome to type either in LinkedIn comments or YouTube chat. We can debate. Anyone who are online are welcome to chat. I can see many of the candidates are in LinkedIn live. You can also type me the question which you want to debate in our next session. I am trying to do this on almost all weekly days from today. So you are always welcome to comment if you have any doubts or any other question which you would like me to answer. You can see in our YouTube channel all the previous question and answer. The challenges are different now. Going to the interview step is different, and answering and getting successful in interview is one more step. Okay, and the third step could be how do you survive in your job, because the inventory management is one of the typical area where you will see some item will be in excess, some item will be in shortage if you are arbitrarily fixing the quantity. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.